everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Thursday. Welcome back. Missed you guys. I'm kind of doing this the old-fashioned way today. My stream deck is not happy. There's been some vibrations in my computer ecosystem, and nobody's talking to each other. So we're just gonna try to manually remember to like mute and unmute and everything. Fingers crossed with that. Good morning. Today is my first day on the 4th phase of Legion Remix. I have not played this at all, and it came out a couple days ago, so I'm excited to do some new stuff, to get some bronze, to do some shopping. I have 2 hours today. Charby, thank you for the 7-month resub. Appreciate it. I'm here until 11, and then I need to turn it off to get ready for another day of raid testing. We did some yesterday, which was part of why I wasn't live yesterday. And we had a 4-hour block of raid testing, which we did, more or less. Pretty much worked out. Where should I start? I feel like I haven't played Remix in so long. I should start with like just a regular random dungeon or something, just to kind of like remember what's going on over here. I have because if I want bronze, obviously the new raids, the new achievements, those will be good. The whatchamacallums, the infant research quests are going to be good too. I don't know why I can't see those. I guess they're under meta quest. There we go. They want me to do rares, a normal, and then 2 Sargeras, which I'm sure we'll get to at some point. Enjoying the last phase of Remix. Nice. Should be lots of good stuff. I can't say I have a whole lot of mental bandwidth for Remix right now. I kind of want to just get in and get the rest of my stuff, but I do need quite a bit of stuff. And I understand there's going to be a couple of things I'm going to have to tease out from like achievements and stuff that may not immediately occur to me. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We've got lots of time. Remix is not ending anytime soon, which is nice. First impressions of the new raid. There's a bunch of them, aren't there? We tested bosses from 2 raids yesterday. They're neat. They seem to work. It's hard to separate my impressions because I was testing the new raid. I was also playing new Holy Priest for the first time, at least in one version of the spec. And it was my first time really playing properly in a raid environment with like the new nameplates and what they've done to like raid frames and stuff. So a lot of things were different, and some of them were cool and some of them need work. So it was just a bit of a blur. The raid seems cool. The fights look nice. They don't seem overly complicated. They seem easy to understand, but still take some doing to do. There's a tic-tac-toe boss that is very charming. I think that's a great way to kind of get people into the idea of doing a mechanic where they have to think again instead of having a WeakAura do it, is to relate it to a game that they already understand how to play. People compare it to like the Fractalus being similar to Tetris in the last year. I think there's things like that. One more phase on December 2nd. Oh. I thought it was only 4 phases. Like, I know they're still gonna have to add housing stuff, but is that a phase? Am I splitting hairs? Is my dungeon queue going okay? 7 minutes! Well, that's kind of offensive. What do I want to do here? My bags are so full of this garbage, I'm tempted to just start deleting it. I do have the Violet Spellwing. I did that when it was current. Well, I know I want to do the new raid, and I guess I have to do the new dungeon. There's a new dungeon out here somewhere, isn't there? Seed of the No, I did Seed of the Triumvirate. No, maybe I didn't do it. Hang on. There's an achievement that I can get. And we're not going to expect too much from ourselves today, so if we get a little confused. No, I haven't done Seed of the Triumvirate. Well, I guess I should do that. I could walk through that, I betcha. I betcha we can just solo it. I'm not, like, the most powerful remixer, but I'm geared at least. That's something. And that'll get me some achievement. Let's do that. And that one over here. No, that's Cathedral. Oh, yeah. That's right. Okay. Oh, are they gonna make me redo the intro? Let's see. Let's go see what they want me to do. Hey, Jake. How you doing? Happy Thursday. Hope your week's going well. Hope everybody's staying all nice and toasty. Or cool, depending on the weather where it is where you are. It's getting cold around here, so toasty's kind of my primary objective. I've got my merino wool-based layers that people wear for hiking and camping on in the comfort of my heated home. So can I just go to Argus? What are they gonna make me do? Can I just go? I appear to have gone. As far as I can tell, I've skipped some amount of questing already. What I don't want to do is a lot of questing. I'm not all that interested in it. I'm not real worried about infinite knowledge anymore. I'm sure I'm at 34. The last two will either come or they won't. It doesn't really matter to me. Oh, invasion points. There is some kind of an achievement that I feel like I need to do invasion points for. But let's go have a look at this. Been a whirlwind week over here. Can't stay for long. Wanted to pop in for a bit. Hello. Welcome. Hope your whirlwind week is treating you well. I've been kind of all over the place. Too. I thought I was going to have time to stream for like 1 hour yesterday, but then it turned out that 1 hour was an hour where we had an appointment and someone was going to come by and look at a thing. Should I do this World Quest? If they just want me to do like one rare mob and it's right there. I'm going to regret this. I'm going to regret this big time because I'm going to have to... I don't think they let me fly here. I'm going to have to run around all the way. Oh, also, I'm not a priest. I don't have levitate here. We have that one. Oh, it's remix. I don't take fall damage. That's right. Ray testing sounds exciting. Yeah, always good. Always a little stressful wanting it to go correctly. I had some computer problems, which is like no fun because you have 1 hour to test a boss. It's the only hour you're ever going to get in the world. You manage to make the time and find a group and get in there, and then your computer's like, I don't know. I don't know if we can record this. Some of my footage is better than others. I was like frantically trying to adjust settings to make it work. There was one mechanic in particular on the first boss that absolutely fricked my OBS in a way that it is still no longer wanting to talk to any, like it killed my plugin somehow. I don't know how that happened. That doesn't seem right. But it's we made it work, but it was not pretty. I thought the computer was gonna shut down. Did I get anything for that? Is there any loot over here? No, just one of these guys. All right. Yeah. There's always something, because it's always a little bit less stable on beta, and sometimes there's like some weird graphics things. My computer should be fine. I don't know what the problem is, but it's all right. We'll get it together. It's about as together as it's ever going to be anyway. I'm just going to do today's stuff the same way we did it yesterday, and then we can piece something together from there. So if I want to go do Seed of the Triumvirate, I guess I'm sort of stalling just in the event that maybe the game wants to proc this dungeon queue for me, just in case. Oh, I'm in Heroic World Tier too, that's right. I forgot if there was anything I really wanted to do in Heroic World Tier. I know that I was doing like some of these little achievements for bronze. Something like that. Have you guys been playing this new phase of Remix the last couple of days? Nice to have some new stuff going on. I don't see a lot of people out here, but I'm tempted to fight some of these rares just in case they want to drop me any of the things that I'm missing. I'm missing a bunch of like toys, rare drop toys from Argus Rares. And I can buy them on the vendor because it's Remix, but they're expensive because it's Remix, and because they're all just sort of sitting up here. Tempted to go and have a look and see if any of them want to just like spit it out. Cool. Saga, thank you very much for the 61-month resub. Hello. How you doing? Rares are needed for an achievement unless you do the questing. Oh. Probably not all of them though, eh? Let me see. That's right, I forgot about the meta. Elusive foes. 25! I was hoping for like 5. Maybe 10. Oh boy. Yeah, because I've already explored it. If I want tour, I need to do treasures and rares. And for treasures, they just want 8. Also, this isn't happening. Doing pretty good. Treated myself to a midnight pre-purchase as an early Christmas present. Very nice. Have not only have I not played Remix yet, haven't touched a video game since Sunday. I'm going through withdrawals. You've been out there living life. That's right. What do we get for the Argus meta? Bulwark of Manaroth. 2 of the following achievements. So looking for Group Argus is going to be easy. You just do the raid and you do the dungeon, and that's that. 2 of the following achievements. That's questing. You could do the rep instead. If you didn't want to do all the rares and treasures, you could do the rep instead, feasibly. Exalted with Argusian Reach. I mean, I am getting like the 5k or 2k or whatever per world quest, so that might have some legs. I'm in a normal dungeon. I'm the tank now. I'm just gonna pull some stuff. Rolled a druid today for remix bronze farming. See how far I get. Nice. Yeah, lots of good stuff. I wonder if it'll make me feel, if I'll feel like it's a bit easier for me to tease out what I still need after I've cleared out the vendors. Maybe at that point, an interface like this is going to be a little bit more sparsely populated and easy to figure out what I'm missing. Look into it. Apparently I have 80% of stuff available, so I just need another 1.1 mil bronze, which isn't insanely unreasonable, especially with the amount that we're going to get from achievements and stuff. Fail miserably with Remix main every time I activate Heroic World Tier, not strong at all. Heroic World Tier is really hard, especially if you're not fully geared yet, and it takes some time to get there. I know some people liked leveling in it. I hated it. I didn't turn it on until I was like 680 on my main. Ended up interviewing for a job opportunity on Tuesday. Oh, congratulations. Much things to consider. Do in a professional sense. How did your interview go? Or everyone's least favorite question. How do you feel like it went? Do you feel good about it? Missed yesterday's stream. Happy Thursday. What's your weapon limit? Unbound rank? Only around 70. There was no stream yesterday. You didn't miss a thing. I am at, what's my Versa at? 143? Yeah, 143. Limits unbound. I haven't really been, this is my remix main, so anything that I do at endgame, outside of leveling the alts has been on him, but also I haven't really made a point to grind. I certainly haven't been on this last week. I want to do chat lists, because I think that if I really cram, I can finish that achievement this week, but we'll see. Switched from normal play to get carried through mythic raids. Way faster for buffing weapon ranks. We grinded 50, then got 60 levels in a day. Yeah, doing the raids is much faster than anything else. It is nice to do things like kind of normally the first time, if only for achievements, the experience of it all, the ambiance. Trying to hit the mythic raid seems to be the fastest way. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Give myself credit since I'm a harsh critic. I think it went well. Proud because it was 100% in French, and that's the first time I've done that. Wow. Hang on. I'm trying to load congratulations in French. All I've got so far is welcome, which is not appropriate. You're doing great. Très bien. Very good. That sounds true. Félicitations is what I'm gonna go with in my extremely sophisticated accent. Not done a single dungeon or raid homegirl not geared. It's a beautiful thing about Remix. You can do it any way you like. I'm just gonna fight some stuff. I'm Crawdad. I'm the Crawdad the Fabulous. We can pull whatever. Torn as to whether I actually want to take it or stay with my current job, which I do enjoy. Oh. That's hard. That's so hard. Especially because, like, you can't possibly know everything about what it would be like to work in the new place. You'll never, and it's... Things that are unknown always compare a little unfavorably. Even if they might be a good opportunity. Yeah, pros and cons to both choices. Oh, I wish you all the best of that. I guess it's a good position to be in to have choices. That's nice. No obvious winner. Huh. Biggest first world problem I think I've ever had. No? This is just a normal dungeon. I kind of forget what I wanted in here. I guess just doing a random normal is good for... I had a research quest for it. That's probably part of it. Fallen back into the giant rabbit warren of holes that escape up, so that's fun. Nice. Any groups in particular that you're enjoying listening to at this time? I think I can just get all of this. Oh, I'm sleepy this morning. Yesterday I was so tired after raid testing that I ended up taking a nap, but then I ended up staying up later to accommodate for it, so we're a little off kilter. We're a little out of sorts. It did mean that I got to do super late night well, not super late night because stores aren't open all night, but like somewhat late night grocery shopping, which is kind of nice. I much prefer grocery shopping when there's almost nobody in the building. Sometimes in this group I'm just kind of like, I wonder when they're gonna pull, and then I remember, oh, it's me. Could be me. Backwards over ATs. I did some... What did I do on my days off before yesterday happened? I did some hiking. We went looking for mushrooms. We didn't find any. I mean, we found lots of mushrooms. We didn't find any mushrooms that I wanted to attempt to eat. We did some cool hiking with Moose. He really liked that. I did some digging around in the garden. I wanted to build a raised bed, but I didn't want to buy anything. So I found some random junk. And I was trying to like cobble it together because a raised bed really just needs to be like a shape. It doesn't even have to be a rectangle or a square if you don't want it to be. It just has to be a shape that holds some dirt slightly above ground level. It's kind of the main job. So I found some extra garbage. Attempted to nail together. I have like a hammer that's this long, and I have these nails that I got at what was functionally a dollar store. And it's like an assorted pack of nails, so no two nails are the same. It's good. It's kind of sort of coming together. There's lots of wormies out there, which is good. How was your weekend? How'd testing go? Raid feel okay? Yeah, I think so. I take like way too long to make impressions of anything. I don't know what I think about something until I've like played it for 6 months and then it's over, and then I've already forgotten about it by then. I've lost my ability to evaluate WoW content, which is a real blind spot for a content creator. I think it was alright. I don't know. I was there, I suppose. There was bosses. They had mechanics. Wow. We've just seen so many of them at this point. Like the 6 a.m. grocery shopping over the 10 p.m. Yeah, well, not all of us are up at 6 a.m. if it's up to us. I can get up early. I've done it for a long time for various reasons. I hate it, though. I've never been suited to it. Can you run off with some pallets from a warehouse store? No. I don't think so. I was thinking stuff that I could do without going anywhere, purchasing anything, heisting anything, or needing anything bigger than my fairly small car. I don't think I could fit a pallet in there if I wanted to. But there was some like assorted scrap lumber and furniture scraps that I found in kind of like a pile behind a shed that seems to belong to me, and I'm like, alright, okay. What bungee cords are for? Yeah. We did that one. I'm gonna do the dungeon. That's what I'm gonna do. What could go wrong? I mean, you know, paint or treated lumber could leach toxins or something into like the soil, but like if that happened in a way where they were getting uptaken by the vegetables, I think at that point I've discovered a super vegetable. I'm not all that worried about it. I think it just has to be a box for dirt. The amount of actual garbage I have unburied from this garden makes me feel like the pristineness of the natural environment, while a good ideal to shoot for, has never really been intact in the first place. Answer many things. I managed to do some of it without nailing my fingers together, so that was good. I was a little bit worried it was going to smash one of my fingers because I have terrible aim. I can't aim the hammer at all, but I figured the only way to get better at that is just to get at it and keep going. Dungeon difficulty. We want to do this on Mythic is what we want to do. Please continue to not smash your digits. I know, I feel like I need them for stuff. I feel like I would miss my fingers if I didn't have any. They're useful. Otherwise, how am I supposed to play Remix? I vaguely remember when this dungeon first came out. Because it was one of the first dungeon guides that I made, because I had just started making raid guides a little bit earlier in the expansion. Gosh, it was such a long time ago. Oh, I did a little bit of fishing too. We had like a fishing date. It was very nice. It was very cold though. I'm not really a November fishing kind of girly. I think that once October is over, I gotta call it in. We dates in like coffee shops where it's warm and there's lattes. Worst part of smashing your digits would be spending 16 hours in the ER waiting room. I mean, knowing me, depending on how bad I smashed it, I would, as likely as not, just kind of duct tape them back together and hope for the best. Like, me and seeking medical attention are not really a duo with a lot of history. Where if it was really, really bad, I think my husband would make me go. But if I can get away with just kind of putting them back, then we might try that. What are we doing? Which is funny because, like, I'm in Canada, so it's not like a money thing. It's just kind of a... I don't know. Is there any way... Can you let me through to the next part? I forgot how this works. There's someone's yammering over here. That seems promising. Know what I'm getting for Christmas from Dad? Aw, that's sweet. Yes, I vote for coffee shops. I keep forgetting I don't need any more gear. I get a P740 piece and I'm like, wow, and it's like, oh, hang on. That's not relevant. I mean, I suppose we can scrap it. Coffee shops, too much money in this economy. Although, if you price it out against fishing, it might break even. I lose lures sometimes. Those aren't all that cheap either. I was casting... I didn't do too badly, actually. I didn't really get hung up too much. I didn't catch anything either. But I did manage... I was trying to cast this setup that was fairly heavy, and I had just switched to it, so I wasn't using how much weight I had on the rod, and I whipped it by accident. And I snapped the knot, and the thing flew really far into the water. And I was like, wow, look at how far it casted. Now, granted, it is no longer attached to my line and will not be doing me any good, but look at how far I sent it. Oops. And then you're spending another 15 minutes tying something else back together. Scrap it for 2 bronze. This should be the one and only time I need to do this dungeon, huh? We just do it once for the achievement and then bada bing, bada boom. Is there a boss over here or what? Oh, I have to do portals or something, don't I? We did the first boss. I might have to have a think about this. I did like 2 chat lists so far. Oh no, no, he's a world quest. Anyway. I did 2 chat lists this week. I had a minute on Tuesday. And I had like the worst chat list I've ever seen in my priest. And in order to finish it, I was going to need to do like a delve or, I don't know, pet battles or world PvP or something. The fishing one, it was bad. So I'm like, fine, I'll just do the delve. I'll do a side street sluice. So I go and I do a rank 1 side street sluice. And I do the whole delve. And at the very end of it, I see a portal. And I'm like, cool, all right, fine. And I do the portal. And I finished the delve, and then I realized that it didn't give me credit. I don't know if it's because I took an ethereal portal, or if it was the weirdness of having taken an ethereal portal in a rank 1 delve. It's kind of funny. They don't work if you just find them, but I found a portal through a flicker gate in a rank 1 delve, and that worked. But something busted my chat list. It didn't count for my chat list. I did the whole thing. It took me like 10 minutes because it was one of those funny stories that needs a lot of doing. And it didn't count. So I ended up actually capturing 5 battle pets and then releasing them one at a time to finish the list of my priest, because I really wanted to do every list available, and also my priest is the one who actually has like chet cards, so if I want to do more than one list on a given character in a week, I'm gonna have to, I was gonna have to finish her. Doesn't count for portals. And I didn't know that until, which is weird because I think it's dumb. I disagree. I'm gonna go on record and say that's stupid, and I'm mad about it. It should. When did you start using A and D for strafe? Oh, years and years and years ago. Probably back when I switched back to a keyboard. And even then I had like, before then I had my joystick on the Tartarus looking thingy, and I would strafe left and right on that. But it's been good for a long time. I'm happy that they're encouraging more people to do it with the little pop-up when you sign in at midnight. They're like, hey, we've noticed. Would you like to strafe with A&D? It's real nice. Late to the remix party, been fun. Glad to see you mixing it in your stream. Versa Freaks playing tons, holy smokes. There are some people in stream that were like finished or close to it. I haven't remixed for a little bit, but I wonder if maybe some of them have got to their $9.99. Sure, been back for a while. First stream since you took a little break. Big part of my WoW journey. Just saw you live. Wanted to say hi, hello. Thanks very much. S and F are better. That's good. Good for you. Depending on what other stuff you're using, though, like you might... I don't feel like I have any trouble reaching my keys. I'm not reaching my number keys at all. Also, where the hell are S and F? Oh, it moves you right one key. I gotcha. What if you want to hit tilde? You ever think about that? Tilde used to be... It might still be, actually, my push to talk on Discord. Full Mythic Raid World Tour around 44% verse per day. Holy smokes. How is it compared to Mob? Haven't given it a try yet? Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. There's good stuff to collect out here. It was a bit nostalgic for a minute to go through. I like the Heroic World tier. Now that I'm kind of used to the gearing, I like it better. I appreciate that bronze is not being pulled in 2 directions. All of your bronze is just for cosmetics. That's nice. Huh. Got some transmog. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I need so much stuff. Full mounts you got? Remember, Mont give you literally everything. Yeah! I already had all of the Legion mounts that would have been, like, on the vendors. Like, I had the rare drop Legion mounts already because I've already farmed them. But there's definitely some toys I'm going to be able to fill in the gaps of. And then they've given you some new stuff that is exclusive to Remix. So there's a whole pile of new mounts. I actually like the Eagles quite a bit. There's, like, these... High Mountain Eagles that are really pretty. They're very simple. They're very basic, but I like those a lot. Those are new to Remix. Some great transmog sets and stuff. I feel like there's just so much going on in games right now that it's kind of hard to... I don't know. I feel like I'm struggling just to keep up. I guess I'm not letting go of some of my older goals. Like, I'm not giving up on some stuff that maybe I could have given up on by now. I am unwilling to stop doing chetless. I might give a break to miscellaneous Mechanica farming at some point. Like, when Midnight comes out or when Player Housing comes out, I might stop doing my Undermine weeklies. We'll see. You can solo dungeons and raids? Yeah. I mean... People can. I'm soloing the dungeon. I don't think I could solo a raid. I've been playing, and I've got my character's geared, but I only have 144 points in a trait that you can take all the way up to 1,000 to really, like, crank your versatility and get super, super strong. I didn't grind it really at all. This will be good, though. This is going to give me some good bronze. I remember seeing a void-looking Naru and thinking that was one of the coolest things that they'd done in a while. I have not done it in Taurus yet, no. I think that might be next on my list. Farming 4 with the bronze. Everything left on the vendors. There's a whole new batch on a bunch of different vendors. There's mounts, there's transmog, there's toys that I need. I need about 1 million bronze to get an assortment of outfits and stuff. A whole bunch of stuff. There's also some achievements I'm going to want to do, but I think today I'm just going to focus on noodling around a little bit. Get a couple of achievements. We don't have a ton of time. We have some. We have a little bit of time. ENR's easy. Iminar can wipe the raid no matter how geared your raid is. Oh, really? I remember what Iminar... No, I'm thinking of Kingaroth. Do people just not do the... like, the gauntlet? Like, what's the problem on Iminar? You get kicked off or something? I'm trying to think of what would possibly happen. Okay, so that gave me an achievement for See the Triumvirate Heroic and Mythic, and also Legion Remix Dungeoneer and Heroic Legion Remix Dungeoneer. Not Mythic Legion Remix Dungeoneer, because I haven't done a bunch of other Mythic dungeons. Bunch of bronze. He's sitting at 28k now. So we can leave. Oh, there's something to do with invasion points. There's some kind of achievement for that. There are no healers. People just sit on 20-second sleeps, unable to regain health through leech. Oh. Fascinating. I guess he should teleport himself back, huh? Noston's voucher out of here. If you're on the wrong platform, you have to be sure to at least get in the middle. Gotcha. Wonder how much bronze we would need to buy everything. It was somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 mil. If you were starting from scratch. But it'll vary a lot depending on what sort of things you already have. I finished one of these, did I not? I did a group finder normal dungeon. I totally did. I didn't leave before it was over, did I? It wasn't a heroic one, was it? Hang on. Oh, it was a heroic one. Oopsies. My bad. I thought I was gonna have a, thingy. Well, let's look at the bounts that are left in this phase. We have, Urzels, there's some Rays, there's some Talbots. Give me... This one's nice, this Luminous Manta Ray. And I'll get this horrific Urzel too, why not? More things to collect. Exploration. Argus. So if I want Argusian Reach rep, that's gonna need just a bunch of world quests. And there are a lot of world quests out there. That wouldn't be too bad. And then if I want... Looking for group artists. That wants me to do Antaurus. I think I should probably just start heading out there. Maybe we should give up on this. I could probably even get summoned. Pre-made. Find a group. Let's see if we can get into an Antaurus. Mythic Antaurus. Mythic over Heroic. Don't ask for summons. Okay, well I won't. I'll see if I can get there. Oh, there we go. This group you're allowed to ask for summons, but there's only 3 people in it, so it might be best if I just go there so I can help summon. Give it a look. I wonder if I would feel better if I just deleted all these rep tokens. It's so obnoxious trying to use them all. Yeah, lots of world quests we could do. There's also, I don't see it up right now for some reason, maybe because I'm in a raid, but there's an emissary that I can do for Argusian Reach. It will help. Run out to the raid. What else do I really want to do? I don't need to level the other characters for Time Runner because I bought those mounts already. I'm sure I'm gonna need to do achievements for like housing decor. I just want the game to tell me. I don't want to look it up outside of the game. Hi, how was raid testing? Hi, Haley. It was alright. It worked out. It happened, which was good. It went on. Sometimes they do raid testing and then they have to just cancel the whole thing because they think it can work and it can't. Might that be okay? Sure, why not? Yeah, I'll be just fine. Yeah, the bosses were pretty neat. Playing my new class was funny. I mean, I just took kind of like the default talents, and then I took default talents, and I chose some pretty passive stuff. I was playing Holy Priest, and I went into Oracle, which nowadays in Midnight is going to be basically just based around buffing Prayer of Mending, and having it give you like these free cosmic ripples that you can cast. So it's all very smart healing based. It's funny because I remember when they were all trying to de-arm smart healing because they thought healing was too smart and you didn't have to choose who to heal anymore. And I guess that's what Oracle is now. You cast a bunch of stuff and it'll just figure out who to heal for you, more or less, in a raid setting. But I went into that and I managed to fit all of my buttons onto 2 bars, which almost never happens. I'm usually like a 3, if not 4 bar kind of person. So to have everything like in a tight 2 was kind of wild. I didn't even need any modifiers. Yeah, it was my first time like actually trying to heal with New Holy. If I wanted to, I could spec Oracle for today's testing. I probably won't. I'll probably just leave it alone. Do the thing. They just announced new changes to Shadow, and I'm feeling a lot better about the spec now. Oh. I wonder if this group's getting together in any kind of speed. Oh, it died. They delisted. Are we doing it or what? What are we saying? Oh, we're relisted. Okay. See if it comes together or not. Alright, let me see. I probably have time to read them. Shadow Priest. Here, what do I want? I want Midnight Beta notes, maybe? Shadow Priest? Midnight Shadow Priest update. 1 day ago. Here we go. With this update, we are removing Shadow Fiend and its variants and replacing them with proc versions to reduce the launch sequence of cooldowns for the spec. Fine by me. Also looking to add dot extension gameplay after the removal of Void Bolt from Void Form. We want this to be something that functions against multiple targets. Full apparitions were a good source. Undoing a previous change to have Misery override Pain, which caused issues with solo pulling and having an ability to use on the move. Adding a choice against Misery for low target situations where managing both dots can once again be a part of expected gameplay. We expect in high target situations for Misery to be the stronger option, but with dot management core to Shadow, low target spread targets where Shadow Word Pain management can continue to live. Okay. New talent, Depth of Shadows. Also, I said I didn't raid test his Shadow at all, but I set up Shadow just in case I was going to need it, because sometimes they need me to do DPS. And I was like doing my bars, and I'm like, oh, they gave me a new button. What is this Shadow Word Madness? That's weird. And I was like looking at it, and then I was like, oh, it's just Devouring Plague. They just renamed Devouring Plague. I forgot they were doing that. I guess they wanted, it was the last thing that wasn't very priesty left in Priest. And I guess it's not a disease. It's Shadow Word Madness now to get it more coherent. I'm a little mad about it, but I'll get over it. I don't like change. Alright. Shadow Word Death has a chance to summon Shadow Fiend. Shadowy Apparition damage. Increase, and they extend your dots. Fine by me. Invoked Nightmare. Okay, so you can improve the damage of Shadow Word Pain if you spec out a Misery. That makes sense. Tentacle Slam afflicts your target with madness at quarter effectiveness. Crushing Void does more damage. Void Volley does more damage. Sure, yep. Casting Void Eruption summons a Mindbender for 10 seconds. Ancient Magic. Misery no longer replaces pain. Shadow Fiend's been removed. Yeah. Yeah, it works for me. Happy about them undoing the Misery, replacing Shadow Word Pain talent. With Remix, am I too late to start to farm some of the mounts and transmogs? No, not at all. Now is a great time to start. We've got way more content available now. You can get caught up much faster if you've got some time to play. This should be good. Good bronze. This is my first run through Mythic and Taurus on Remix. Should be fine. 60 days left? Something like that. Should be plenty of time. I bet you that if they're launching more content on December 2nd, let me see. It would be housing based. Schedule for all 5 phases. Infinite Echoes. Oh, I see. So the last phase is catch-up opportunities. So in December 9th? I have a graphic on a website saying December 9th. Legion Remix Phase 5. More stuff, which I'm assuming is going to be housing-based. Yeah, Infinite Echoes. Catch-up, remix content updates, and more rewards. Interesting. Yeah, you may only be too late if you wait until the last day. It seems like in December there's going to be a chance to get stuff even faster. Alright, let's get some pets. I don't even think I'm going to bother looking at my details. I'm not going to be doing super meaningful damage. And if I am, it's probably because of groups in bad shape. Alright, I'm here. I'm ready. Holding up and buying vendor items, waiting for housing items? Oh. My plan is just to trust and assume that I'm going to have more than enough bronze to buy everything. So I'm just kind of buying things as I can, and I'm assuming that it'll be pretty easy to farm more bronze. Or do the achievements or whatever it turns out to be to get the housing stuff. I do see your logic. I have a lot of faith there's going to be plenty of currency for everything. And plenty of time to get more. Let's see. I'm a little nervous about housing coming out. I don't know why. I think I was playing with it a little bit on beta, and I have this like pervasive feeling that I will never be happy with my house. And I will collect millions of things and I won't like any of them. Just like the picky person's nightmare. Hope they add Legion to Classic. There's a sentence. Can't get into Remix because of all the changes they made. I want Legion, not Legion Remix. Yeah, this is definitely not Legion Classic. You can plant mushrooms in your yard. I guess. I don't know what I want. We'll have to see. I guess I can always have it be kind of empty. Nothing says that I have to kit it out with a ton of stuff. If I collect a bunch of things and I don't like any of them, I can just have an empty house until they add something I like. I don't know why I'm expecting to be so unhappy with all the furniture. They have beautiful stuff. I don't know what my vision is yet, so I don't know what's going to fit my vision. I don't know why it feels so important. You can take things down and put them back up. It's not a big deal. It doesn't cost you anything. Start with really basic new decor. Maybe. People were under the assumption that Legion Remix was going to be Legion Classic for some reason. I mean, if you missed Mop Remix and you kind of weren't familiar with the format, it's an easy mistake to make, you know, hearing that they're kind of doing a re-releasing Legion. It's, if you just kind of like squint your eyes and skim the announcements, it's a pretty easy assumption to fall under. Yeah, same thing happened with Mop Remix. Mop Remix was interesting because Mop Classic was a thing. I already know I'll decorate my house once and never change it again. I'm just lazy. There's just so much like depth and intricacy available to how you decorate your house. I don't know how I'm ever gonna settle on something. There's just so many options. I need a meditation room in the house so I can just come to accept what is. A little overwhelming. Alright. Up we get. Upsy daisy. Thing I'm struggling with is how grindy it can be to get decor. Something that occurred to me. I feel that. The fact that you can have multiple copies of decor, and that you need multiple copies of decor in order to display multiple copies. If I'm just getting something on the assumption that I might want it one day, but I won't know how many I might want, if it's a pretty easy thing to get, am I gonna buy 10? 5? Just one and then come back for more if I want them later? You know, with Battle Pets, yes, I could have had multiple copies, but I made things kind of straightforward for myself by just accepting I was going to have one of each, no matter what, and I don't have any pet duplicates, but it's not going to work like that for furniture. Some things I will want to have in duplicate, but I don't... When will I feel like I've collected it? You know what I mean? Anchor area that stays the same, frequently redecorate the other areas. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't know what gap in my soul I want housing to fill for me. Do I want to express myself? Do I want to express nothing in particular but the fact that it is mine? You know? A little spot that you've got a little bit of control over? Ah, yes. Install a coffee bar in your house and mull it over coffee. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I want some kind of a format of organization under which to approach this challenge of collecting new decor. I guess it's not a bad idea to start with just getting one of as many things as you can, and then if you're decorating, you're like, ooh, I want more of this, then you know where to go back and get it. That's probably the move. I think it's going to be too expensive to get multiple copies of everything by default. I want to seek maximum comfy cozy, if I know you. I might be so spiteful that I try to make something that subverts everyone's expectations purely because they expect it of me. That might be the thing, which is kind of a never-ending Ouroboros of eating its own tail. Yeah, I don't know. I think what this is teaching me is that I have issues. Housing furnishings do not take up place in your inventory. No, you have a separate UI window. You've got a catalog that you collect to. They're not going to go to your bags or your bank once you've like learned them. It's like Transmog. Leave some alts around at vendors you know you may need to go back to. Yeah, I guess so. Well, this seems fine so far. Well, I'm interested to see how Iminar goes. We've got Portal Keeper. Oh yeah, ENR too. Larger items like beds, fine with just one. Smaller items like chairs and candles, probably get multiples. Yeah. Well, I'm assuming they're going to keep making furniture over the expansions too, so... If we don't like any of the stuff that's available originally, this is just version 1. I can't believe it's going to be ready for us to play with on live so soon. Like, the early access for it starts so soon. Also, my pets are gone. There we go. one thing at a time. For me, today, it's just about remix and then raid testing. Later today. Gotta get some good footage. Sock them away for next time. We'll have raid guides to make. That'll be fun. On the beta, furniture for residence crystals. Yeah, maybe I should stop spending it on those ugly obsidian sets. Like, I'm never gonna get them all anyway. What do I think I'm gonna 100% the residence crystals? Yes, I ended up with so many furnishings over the years. Fear not, this is just one of the beginnings. Here we go. I was a little bit worried this raid would be a slog. I don't know why I thought that. I guess just because it's new and I haven't played Remix in a little bit, but it's going nicely. Got a couple things I could learn for some extra infinite power. Wonder if we'll have to buy furniture for Stygia. Oh no. I like drained my Stygia during Mount Mania of all things because I was setting up many characters with the portal that would take them to the Sanctum of Domination entrance, which I needed to buy with Stygia, so I was siphoning it off of the last characters that still had any of it. Iminar is really the main tricky boss. Gotcha. Unless you really like Kazalgar decor, you might be okay with that millions of crystals. Yeah. I might need, everything. I might need everything for the sake of having everything. I don't know. I don't know. Can I put my lazy boy recliners in my WoW? No. I'm just gonna go hang out by a door and fight the big thing. What kind of person needs everything? You know, the little kid from the beginning of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I want it now. I want a party. I want a house with fruit trees on the lawn. And a fountain with ponies. Heroes just have a bunch of pipes as their furniture. I mean, hey, that's just practical. Ow! Getting zapped. Also, I hope that there's people doing the Firaxis, because I'm not currently doing it. People took the portal, so someone must be up to it. Ow. Stop hitting me, I'm regenerating. I'm just gonna walk around and turtle. I don't really have a lot of other things I can do here to live. There's Fortitude of the Bear. I guess I have a Tenacity pet out. That's lucky. Someone over here is a Mistweaver. There we go. I'm gonna hang out with them. Stuff spawning again. There we go. I didn't like this boss then. I don't like this boss now. It's beautiful. That is the only thing it has going for it, is the whole thing is lovely. You put some flowers and greenery on something and I'm gonna like it a little bit. No matter what. Stick an Iron Maiden in my house and just put some pothos on it and call it decor. It takes way too long. Oh, I can come help. Oh, no I can't. Never mind. helping. Number of times I did this on Mythic for that darn priest set. I guess Legion Remix means that I won't need to farm this on any difficulty in the future for Transmog. That's nice. That's a nice thought. And then I think we talk to her and she'll send me back. Iminar much more annoying than ENR. That's what people have been saying. I'm a little worried. This group has a couple healers. Okay, this group has a healer. I do not have Tayshalak or the sides. Today is my first day playing this phase of Remix. I haven't been on the last 2 days. And I never got those things back in the day. I didn't play classes that would use them. Burning Throne? Exhaust, probably, for Iminar and Kingaroth. Need to make some mood boards to come up with some housing ideas. Thoughts are too scattered. Need a solid idea before December 2nd. Yeah, I feel that. I wanted to do that in real life just to figure out what kind of Christmas decorations I might want to try to do. I have too many... This is a spoiled person problem, but like I have too many possibilities now because I have way more space, and my amount of decor I have now is meant to do like a tiny apartment, and now I've got a small house. I could do lights. I could do deer. I died immediately with Iminar, but the group finished it for me. Put asleep, then thrown off the platform. Oh man. Are we summoning people? Do you have the Andoris achievement mount? I doubt it. It doesn't sound like me. Do you recall what it's called? Oh, you're trying to come up with reasons why I would still have to do ENR. Whatever it is, I don't want it. Whatever it is, it's not worth it. It could be a baby bunny with my name on it that says, Hazel, I only have 3 legs and I need you to take me home so that I can grow my 4th leg back. Please feed me carrots and raspberries. And I would say no. Not happening. Get ready for most of the group to die. Probably me. Oh. And we're going. Okay, so those knockbacks appear to be mine-based. So if you go through the gaps that other people have done. And we're going back. Yeah, if other people do the, if other people run into all of the obstacles, then yeah, it's much easier to run down the way. That's funny. Oh, would you just stay put? You buffoon. Pepsi Dash, thank you very much for that brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Squirrel School. Oh. Danger. Big danger. He's almost dead. Oh, I forgot about those things. Those are fun. Do you think there's a world where you just wait at the other end for him to come back? There we go, we did it. I even survived! Wow, fancy. I feel like we should be playing clown music every time he flies away. Versus around 115 the first time I was here, not great. I mean, I'm only at 152. I'm not that far ahead of it. Oh, you get punched if you wait. Gotcha. Well, that should be the worst of it. That should put us into a good position here. There is a catch-up phase to Remix. It isn't this phase. The graphics I saw said December the 9th. Additional rewards and catch-up opportunities. They didn't specify what they were. But that's the word on the street. The one thing that I think won't really be accelerated at all is if you want any of the rewards that are specifically tied to achievements, I don't think there's going to be any shortcuts to those. So if you wanted something to work on in the meantime, things like the zone meta achievements wouldn't be a bad place to be. Well, I've looted him. This? Yeah, housing decor for sure. But they also said new content. It's burning through. It's 10 a.m. Is that too early for a lemon lime ice pop? I don't think so. I will say the thought of voluntarily consuming ice kind of, well, it chills me to my core. But that's just for me right now. It's chilly here. I got my layers on. I'm toasty. 5 o'clock somewhere. We got at the store we got some peanuts in the shell, which I either have never dealt with or I didn't remember it. Not something I do all the time for sure. And I was all excited because all of those peanut shells are going to be really nice, like brown woody carbony material for my compost pile. Gotta balance out all the smooshy nitrogen-y stuff. It's gonna be good. I'll see you later. My compost pile hit 140 degrees. I was pretty happy. And I found so many big fat worms. Big. Oh, my dog tried to eat one. I was working on the garden bed and doing some digging and turning some compost, and there was all kinds of these real girthy worms that clearly have been eating well and doing great. And my dog is just kind of like hanging out with us, seeing what we're doing. And he takes it into his head to pick one of these worms up with his teeth and then like throw it down again, and he's kind of playing with it, trying to decide whether or not he wants to eat it. Which is funny because he's kind of a picky eater, so I'm not I feel like if he did try to eat it, he would be very upset with the results. He's turned down like bananas before because they're not quite to his taste, so I don't think he'd really want a worm. But he was like really trying to work himself up to it. Buddy, no. And I rescued the worm and I like threw it on the ground a little ways away and I was like, run! Fly, you fool! He's after you. That blaze is horrible in LFR. Cold the last 2 days? They had cloud cover, made it warmer, so I'm actually not freezing. Hands are warm, and that's a good sign. I don't have legs. Very good. Oh, another 100 of these. I'm just sending them as we go along. Up to 154 limits unbound. It's really you. That's me. Watch your YouTube videos all the time. Never actually been on Twitch. Good day. Thanks for coming to the stream. I'm usually here 5 days a week around this time. We've had a couple of things upsetting our schedule, but I'm just gonna go isolate myself. I feel like that's the best way to let this, fall off. There we go. Yeah, we're here. We're doing it. Looking over old videos of the aquariums that I used to keep maybe 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, and thinking, oh man, if I was gonna daydream about setting anything up, what would how did Excuse me, someone's reinfected me. There we go. Just stay away. Stay away from the blaze and you won't get it back. So what kind of fishies? If I was gonna do fishies again, what kind of fishies? Do I want fishies I've had before? Do I want fishies I've never had before? Who's to say? Bronze pretty good from here. It's not bad. We're up 20k since coming in. Hello Hazel, hope stream is going well. Hello Mariana. Stream is going pretty well. I'm happy to be here. I missed you guys yesterday. I'm just doing a short one today. I'm here until 11, so another 52 minutes. But tomorrow, being Friday, I think I should be back on track. Don't see any reason why not. Hazel, are you laggy or is my Twitch messing up? I have not dropped any frames. My game is not lagging. I don't think it's me. Of course I can't make any promises. Placostomus, only because it's such a fun word to say. Those things are so cool. They're like big old dinosaurs. I like the basic bee ones. It weirds me out when they're too expensive. People breed like designer plecos and then they sell them for like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and it just reminds me of people making it's just weird. It just freaks me out. If you're looking for suggestions, I say dwarf pufferfish. I was thinking about maybe doing, and this is kind of a one-day thing because I don't have the tank and I'm not ready to spend any money on anything yet, but doing like a larger community tank. And either I wanted to do, I've never done Epistogramus before, and I really miss keeping Gourami. I wouldn't mind having some Gourami as like sort of a centerpiece in like a bigger community tank with some, you know, you get yourself some like Cories and some. Actually, you could do Gouramis and you could do Rams. That's what I had before. I had a Bolivian ram. Obsessed with him. He was so cool. It sounds like I just want to remake the one that I had before. Designer plecos, it's weird to know it went that deep. Oh yeah. I used to see them at the fish store sometimes. And it's funny because plecos are like such a weird fish to get as like a designer thing. Because they hide, man. They want to just, all they want to do in their life in a tank is just find a hollow log or something to sit inside of or under so you cannot see them. And just like hang around and wait. Fellscorn Scythe of the Unmaker. Is this a guaranteed drop? It's like a green one. Cool. Thanks, everybody. Vacuuming my keyboard, my computer was on, and I think messed stuff up. Oh, messed stuff up because the screens were black. Oh. I've vacuumed keycaps before vacuuming my keyboard. I know I shouldn't do it, but sometimes it's just so tempting. Green Scythe from finishing all the bosses on Mythic. Oh, that must have been what I did. That makes sense. Yeah, because I would have gotten some achievements here because we did that, and that would have been like all of the raids, right? Didn't I get a... Oh yeah, we got the Sargeria Commander's Lightbound Regalia just now, so the gold version of that too. That's nice. Neat. Okay, we can turn this in one more time. I have 70k bronze. I got a ton of bronze for all those achievements, and that's nice. And some item that I can save towards. I got 10 of this Cosmic Soul Silver. I suppose that's what I need. Let me look at Pythagoras for a sec here. Cosmic Soul Silver is for the scythe, so if I want this one, then I need to use, I need more of that. Light. There's also Taishalok, which needs Ever Flame of Hatred, which we also got 10 of. Okay. And then you have any number of transmog sets there. It's the big piranha that likes being handled and pet, Haku. I know people keep like Oscars that look kind of similar. Omnivorous South American freshwater fish related to piranhas. Yeah, I've never seen a Paku before. Piranha cousin with human-like teeth. Oh boy. Good fish to keep. Got a title for doing all the heroic raids as well. Now what did I get? Oh yeah, there's so much there's so many things to scroll through in the chat log. I got my achievements. I got my appearances. I'm like looking for the thing that taught me the title. Because I have done the raids on Mythic. Or do I have to also do it on Heroic? Let me see, raids. Pet store here had one. They encouraged you to dip your hand in and it would come up and let you pet it. Aw. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I need to do it again. I have that already. What do I want to buy with my 70k bronze? I know we're going to get everything eventually. It's just a matter of what order we really want to go in here. There's one more set here. It says already known though. Oh, of the Infinite Chaos. Let me make sure I have it. Oh yeah, of the Infinite Chaos. Yeah, we got that. No problem. No biggie. Yeah, lots of sets there. And then some more sets here. These ones are kind of cheap. Weapons and stuff. I think I'll do mounts for a while. I think this is where we're going to start. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost all of them. 7. Needed to complete Legion Assaults. There's no Assault or Invasion. You might have to wait for one to come up. They come on... They have a timer, I think. They're not always available. It's kind of annoying. I don't know exactly what the timer is for Remix. I felt like it might have been accelerated. I don't know what the timer is. When it was live, they would be up for like 5 hours or something, and then they would be down for 10. I do have the Violet Spellwing. I do. I got that one back in the day. May as well finish this Argusian Reach Emissary. That seems reasonable. Plus, there's going to be, if we're doing rares, I mean 25 does sound like a lot, but I bet you we could get through it for the sake of the tour achievement. Let's go do what we can. Love the little appearance sound effect. It's so cute. I think it's from Trove Tally that does that. It is cute. Oh, there's an Army of the Light Emissary too. That's good. So what are the main achievements that I really want to work on here? Get the Argus meta. Which I think will come together just fine with just the reputation. I think I'll probably get the Exalted rep before I get the tour achievement, I think, because I'm certainly not doing the campaign. That's not happening. Also, maybe we should... I am in Heroic World tier, but I have refused to pay attention for this boss, and it's kind of winning. So sick of Lemix, but I still want the things. Actively playing it a few months before everything was announced. Like you were farming stuff in Legion before they announced Lemix. I'm feeling a little bit done with it. And I haven't even really played this phase yet. Hi, Vent. How you doing? Happy Thursday. I think I know that Midnight's coming, and I know that, like, Housing Early Access is coming, and I want to wrap up as many loose ends as I can before then. Which, to me, I think just means remix and chat lists. That's my thing. But remix is kind of a big thing. It's got a lot of little subcategories, and I feel like I don't fully understand all of them is my problem. I don't fully know. I know I want bronze. I want lots of stuff from bronze, so that's fine for me for now, but I don't have a solid grip on everything that I need to do in the meantime. So we got the Argusian Reach meta done. Or not the meta, the emissary. Liked your Princess Doll video. Oh, thanks. I figured there's got to be at least one person that's forgotten about that could do it and get it done before, that will see that and then do it. There must be one person who will see that and then get their hyper skimmer. As long as one person does it, it'll be worth it. Here we go. And some reputation. So for Argusian Reach, we're honored. I wouldn't hate getting too exalted, but I also think that 500 of those, 72 of those. Lost treasures hidden throughout Argus. I wonder if those are specifics or if they're just the random spawn ones. Or 3 of 25 for elusive foes. Yeah, it's just a question of which one we finish first. Chunks that can be skipped. I mean, I want the achievements that give Mog and give furniture. That's the trick. I don't feel like I need all of the achievements. And I'm skipping the Infernal title. But the stuff that gives stuff, and sometimes I feel like there's things hidden behind things. That's the part that drives me nuts, is like maybe an achievement looks like I could skip it, but then if you do that, there's a bigger version of it that does give something cool. Also, it's a good point to make that the assaults are something that perhaps I should be doing. Let's do as many of these world quests as I can. I think that'll be really good rep. Praetorium Guard Plate. Oh. 10 of them in Remix for Decor, that's right, yeah. But they suck so bad. Oh wait, I've already killed Soul Twisted Monstrosity. We don't have to do that again. We're bypassing it. We shall not be delayed. Tried about 10 times, didn't like having 10 heart attacks. I liked how WoW had put out an article that was like an easy way to get your Q to pop for assaults, and then it was like, Q of the group. Which, to be fair, it's true that the Qs weren't like kind of working correctly, and it will instant pop with a group of 3, but it was just like such a, I don't know, an obvious sounding thing that the fact that it was an article was really funny. I don't disagree with them for putting it up or anything, but like, oh man. Argusian to date, the more fussy faction to push to Exalted, not as many rec tokens. Yeah, I might be able to get, I should loot that treasure chest. I might be able to get the tour achievement before I finish the rep. These things are, beefy. When I used to live in the city and I would do raid testing, I would get, like, booster juice. We would either pick it up ahead of time or like have it DoorDashed or something. And I would have like the traditional raid testing smoothie. And now that I live in the woods, just trying to make do. And it's really showing me how spoiled I am. I didn't even have bananas to make a smoothie at home. Like, now I do. I got some last night, so I think that's one of the things I'm going to do today after stream and before raid testing starts is I'm going to pre-make some smoothies. So that I'm ready for today. Because 4 hours without a snack is a bit rough. I got a big box of mandarin oranges because they were on sale because they're, I guess, in season right now or something, and guzzling those. Crystallized memory. So yeah, I'm getting a token for every Argusian Reach world quest, which is nice. We're tracking. I'm gonna stop tracking Armies of Legion Fall because I got that to Exalted. Show that one as an experience part. We want to track Argusian Reach. We need these little guys. Fully stocked pantry, lots of snacks included. Yeah. Yeah, we've restocked on snacks. I don't quite know what I'm gonna do for like cooking if our power goes out. Like, it's not that we don't have food, but like, I don't really have a way to heat anything up short of building a fire. And I mean, I can build a fire to heat the house, but it doesn't exactly have like a cooking stove on top of it. I don't know. Later me problem, I suppose. When I was a kid, I feel like my stepdad used to fire up like a camp stove. But I don't remember him doing it outside. He must have done it outside. I don't think it's safe to operate like a gas-powered camp stove indoors. Love to see you put out a hairstyle compilation video. Whose hairstyles? For like a new race or something? You want to see like the hair in your hairstyles? Single burner camp stove takes a butane canister. Yeah, not a bad idea. Just so you could like heat up some beans. Some of them are fine to use indoors. How? Why? How does it not put off fumes? You could eat the beans cold. You could. It's true. I've done it before. It's just depressing, that's all. Use them inside, watched a ton of them. They all use it to make hot pot inside. I just want to know where the fumes go. I want to understand why. Why is it safe? How does that work? Does butane magically just burn clean or something? I don't know. I'm really annoying because I want to understand things, but also I have a high school education and I didn't like pay that much attention, and it was a long time ago. So I'm starting without a lot of the founding principle building blocks of knowledge. But I won't just like accept that I don't understand it. Like, I want to know, but I've got a lot of catching up to do. So like, I don't have a garage. I'd have to use it fully outside, which is an option. I could go outside. I'm just imagining like a storm because that's probably what would take out the power. High winds and snow and rain and stuff. Don't know what makes your average gas stovetop different fumes than a camp stove. I just know, and I know it's different types of fuel that you're burning, but like I read the manual and like all the safety warnings for the generator that I bought. And there's an awful lot of them about not only don't use it indoors, but don't use it within like 20 feet of a window. Like, carbon monoxide, which I guess not everything is going to give off, but like can kill you very quickly. Invest in big batteries and buy a portable induction cooktop. I mean, realistically, if we're running the generator to run the sump pump anyway, I can probably run another extension cord from it and then plug in like the Instant Pot or something, and then just heat whatever up on there. That would probably work just fine, assuming that you're running it. I think it has 2 outputs anyway. I bet you we can spare the juice. Hello there. Hello. How you doing? Mr. Runthrantaurus? Hints for Mythic Iminar. You gotta try to get through the gauntlet. Avoid things as best as you can. You don't want to be too slow because then you'll get kicked off. But you don't want to be first because the people that go first will run into stuff. They might die, but they'll clear a spot for you so you can kind of pass through. And then I guess just use defensives if you think you're going to get hit by something. That was the main thing, just not walking into obstacles on the road over. But easier said than done. Use your car as a generator. Huh. So we have our Army of the Light Emissary all sorted. We have 2 more of these Argusian Reach tokens. These other people as Minesweepers focus on not dying. Yeah, pretty much. You might die anyway, especially depending on your gear and your mana versatility. You might just die. I think if he chooses to put you to sleep, you're just toast. There's not a whole lot you can do. Expect healing my Pally just for that fight. Having a couple of people and do nothing but spam heals. Yeah, it might be a fight that shockingly requires healers. I don't think I really want to do any of these world quests. I think that they're too far away and annoying. I think we're going back up to the boat. Soul Twisted Monstrosity. Did I not? I fought that one already. Hi Hazel. Hi Ghosty. How you doing? Happy Thursday. I keep wanting to say Saturday. I don't know why. Some other alternate universe, it's still Saturday. I'm all out of sorts with regards to time this week. I'm lost. I'm just swimming through a miasma of days of the week. I don't know which one it is. I guess I'm doing this world quest because I'm running over here. Doing alright, you? I'm doing okay. We're piecing it together. Staying warm and toasty. Do you know what will happen to the old Magister's Terrace in Zul'Aman when midnight comes? I don't. I don't know. I don't think I know how to do this world quest. I don't think I know how to do this one bit. I'm gonna wowhead it and see if they'll tell me, but it might just require another person. Go to the other ones. Because there aren't so many people here. Okay, we've started. Wow, fun. Forgot about this one. Also, I'm losing? Yeah, no, I've lost. I guess it just said participate. It did just say participate. Thank goodness. They didn't need me to win. That's nice. Counts. Oh, that gave me... It was a Army of the Light insignia instead. It wasn't an Argusian Reach quest. That one's an Argusian Reach quest. Oh, these both are. Yeah, okay. I want the rep. I do. I guess if we're doing World Quest, we can also do the random normal, because I've got the research for that, and it'll be good for, just the daily random normal gives you some bronze. Feels like they give random tokens. It should be the token associated with the rep that's tagged on the World Quest. So this should be Argusian, that should be Argusian. If you mouse over it, it should tell you. But It's been so long since I've been here that I've kind of forgotten which quests were which. The reps kind of blend together a little bit. Well, that's the teleporter. They want me to take a crystal and get some ancient Ogari essence. Alright. Which achieve you farming? Which achievement am I farming? I want the Argusian Reach reputation, so I'm doing world quests to get the 2k, well 2200 actually because of the anniversary, rep per. I guess that's what I'm doing. And then if I see any treasures or I see any rares along the way, then I'll do that too, because I want the meta. I want the meta that gives you the Bulwark of Manaroth. That's what I'm doing. I did have a plan. I felt like I had a plan. It's gonna happen with rep tokens. Will they turn to gold? I bet you they just vanish. I don't think that you get to keep the stuff in your bags. I think that they give you like template bags with template stuff in them. I don't think any of this is gonna stick around. They probably just evaporate. But after a certain point, there's not a whole lot of use in them. Like, yeah, you can turn them in and you can get Paragon caches, but the remix Paragon caches aren't that exciting. So at a certain point, they're just kind of filling up your bags for nothing. Now's as good a time as any to try that 27 seed key. Thanks. 27 seed. You got this. Grinding that next play session for the Bulwark, whatever that is. So there's an achievement. Each of the zones has like a meta. And you have some options for how you do it. So for the Argus one, there's 4 achievements, and you need to do any 2 of them. The rep is just the one that I think is going to be easiest for me out of the 3 that I don't have. Looking for group is just do Antorus and then do Seed of the Triumvirate. And I just soloed the Seed of the Triumvirate at the dungeon. So that got me 1 achievement. So getting the Argusian Reach one will give me... It's an appearance for like a really famous shield, I think is what that is. Alternatively, if you didn't want to do those, or you didn't want to do one of them, your other options are You Are Now Prepared, which is to play the campaign, do the campaign questing, or the Argus Tour achievement wants you to do exploring, 25 rares, and 8 treasures. So that's the other thing you can do. I don't think that one's really all that hard either, but I'm curious if I'll finish the rep or that one first. At first in Remix, I thought the reason why they were giving such plentiful rep was so that it was easy for people to farm the Paragon Cache mounts out of the Paragon Caches, but everything that I've heard has told me that they don't even drop from the Remix Paragon Caches, so I don't know what the point is. I guess it's fast for you to get caught up on the rep the first time. I need to get that treasure chest. It's nice to have all this content available, though. Not waiting around for much else. Because after I get the Argus meta, I guess I'll have to look and see if there's any other achievements that I want to do while working on Bronze. Because for Bronze, I should probably just... For Bronze, what I should probably do is do a Mythic Zero World Tour of the rest of the dungeons I haven't done yet, because that would be a good amount from the achievements. Here's my treasure chest. And that had even more reputation. Appreciate that. So now I'm revered with Argusian Reach, so now I just need another 21k, which is what, 11? I need 11 more rep tokens. Not such a big deal. Hi Hazel, how the heck are you? Hi Jance. I'm doing alright. How are you doing? We're keeping on keeping on. Carlos Sap, Carlos AP96, thanks for the Rainy Prime, so appreciate it. Thanks for giving me your Prime. I'm assuming we're going for Carlos AP and not Carlos App. Not sure. Completed the last part of the remix today, feels good. Nice. Did that Mythic Zero completion all the dungeons to get 150% of that IP buff, seemed worth it when I eventually fire up an ult. Alt leveling goes pretty darn fast. I need to get another... How have I been doing this? You have to loot crystals or something? I forget. It's funny, I've been doing this world quest for the past like 10 minutes, but I don't remember how it works. Because I know I'm not going to get all achievements in the mix. It's just a question of which ones are easy and good for lots of bronze. Yeah, you get a greater bronze cache for each of these guys, so that'll be pretty nice. And I'm missing a bunch of them. Oh yeah, and then there's one knowledge for it, which I never did get. I'm almost capped on knowledge anyway, though. Hazel, just want to say you're awesome. Aw, shucks. You're sweet. That's nice. We do our best. We got good days and bad days. I can't for the life of me remember how to be able to interact with these guys. You could get all the achievements if you want to. That is true. I think that sentence is true of like a lot of things just in general. Like I could go parasailing if I wanted to. I could go to the beach and dig a really big hole if I wanted to. There's kind of infinite possibilities in any given moment. It's a good problem to have. Technically one more phase after this. Is it a technical phase? Like, yes, there's more stuff. They said more content. I don't know what on earth they could possibly mean. We'll see. Target them and use the attuning crystal. Oh. So, hang on. I'm going to click off my Noswin return service. Or did I lose my attuning crystal? Maybe I lost my attuning crystal. Oh. Because it was an extra action button for a while, I thought. Tips for a player who's always intimidated by the game. All there is to do always feels like I'm behind. I think a lot of us feel like that. At the end of the day, almost everybody will not be able to complete everything. No one's, with the exception of a couple of people that don't do anything else, is going to get everything done. So once you kind of let go of doing it all, it becomes a question of, well, what sounds fun or fulfilling or exciting to you? What do you actually want to do? And there's really no wrong answers. I feel like that a lot too. But I try to just pick the thing that's in front of me that sounds like fun to work on and just enjoy spending time working on that. Because that's all you can really do. The most you can ask for from an afternoon of gaming is to have a nice time. It's not something you're ever going to do perfectly. Wonder if Annie still grinds all WoW achievements. Blows my mind any human on Earth ever gets them all. Yeah, I'm not sure. The beach? You're at the beach. I used to narrow it down by being like, well, I may not get all achievements, but I'm going to get all the pets or I'm going to get all the mounts. And I've let go of that now, too. Now I just get more things. Never going to have all of the things, but can always have more things. Oh man, especially with furniture coming out. Everyone's on the gear treadmill. As soon as they get geared, gear is obsolete, back at square one. Yeah, the gear treadmill's gonna do that. Your gear is never gonna last you longer than a couple of months because that's as often as the content's gonna come out. So I don't even really stress that much about how much gear everybody else has. I worry about, do I have enough gear to take on the content that I want to do? And if not, what do I need to do to get more of it? But I never finish my gear and then feel like, okay, I'm done now. It's just a question of I am done for the sake of working on this season's goals, because gear is very temporary. It does not last you very long. You're only ever really gearing up for a current season. So some people will bypass that altogether. Some people won't worry about it much at all because they don't need that much gear to do what they want to do. So they just kind of don't worry about it. I just get geared enough to take on the challenges that look fun to me. I didn't even finish upgrading all my priest gear this season. She's at 715, and I know there's people out there doing a lot better than that. I didn't have a lot of luck with getting myth slot items from Vault. And then I didn't keep doing Vault for that long. Mana Pearls cured me. Hello, Hazel and chat. As of last night, I am officially a homeowner. I got my keys. Now begins the arduous process of furnishing. Oh, congratulations! Ah, that's the best part. Furnishing and decorating and all that, that's the fun part. You did the hard stuff already. You did all the legal stuff, you did the money stuff, you did the waiting and the not knowing and the picking and stuff. You're in the good part now. Congrats. Effort to reward ratio for PvP gear is not worth it. Yeah. I think it makes sense for people that like have a lot of fun intrinsically with PvP and are kind of enjoying the PvP as they're getting geared up. Although, having said that, I don't even really know what you do to gear up in PvP anymore anyway. I quit a couple seasons ago. I used to hate getting geared every season. I just wanted to have the gear so I could queue. And the process of getting it, especially when they used to make me get like dungeon trinkets or something, I used to hate that. I loathed it. I just want to do arena. Don't make me do other stuff. I love the phrase friggin' bananas. Hi, kitty cat. How you doing? You want to come hang out with me? We've got another 15 minutes or so of stream if you want to come by and say hi. Easier now with the Bloody Token weekly, I'll admit. Sometimes I get Bloody Tokens by accident because I'll go into war mode for the sake of like looking for rares on my main. And I'll forget them in war mode and I'll just do a world quest because I see it and it'll give me 100 Bloody Tokens. And I'm like, wow, I don't know what these are for. Not the foggiest clue. Saberwork stream, we soften words combined with fruit. My favorite phrase, ham bone bananas. What does it mean? I don't know. Hi Melodol. Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a good day today. Oh, I should be off my mountain. That's right. You go faster off your mountain this section. I will never remember that apparently. Final phase? Thought there was a phase 5? Apparently, that I have been informed that that is the case. I did not know when I wrote my stream title. This is the final, like, regular content phase. They don't have any more raids after this. I don't think. Unless they come up with a brand new one. Suddenly drop a whole patch of content exclusive to Remix. Pretty wild. Accounticus Bounticus. All the IP. Yeah, all I could find on it was more rewards, which I'm assuming is housing decor. Catch-up opportunities. And they said new content. Who knows what that means? Maybe they'll stick some achievements, like new achievements in it or something. And then December 9th. Which is good, because even if they did it on December 2nd, I wouldn't be playing it anyway. I got big plans. December 1st is a Monday, so December 1st and 2nd are my days off anyway. I was gonna say that's we got trading posts to do, and then there's gonna be housing, and then we'll live happily ever after. The end. Never maxed out the remix power. Do you get achievement? There is, I think, an achievement for 999 verse. It's like a feat of strength or something. I'm not doing it. I don't think. Not unless they make it real easy in phase 5. transmog for some of these things now. These things that my motes are combining into. I'm getting mogs that I didn't have before. Kind of interesting. Also like a new graphic for combining them. Oh, it's the same achievement as the 49 key one. Oh, gotcha. Interesting. Finally hit level 40 or so in Remix. Gotta finish up the grind soon. New combined graphic for every phase. Really? I did not notice that. I guess I did most of my combining in the first phase, and I haven't really looked at it that closely since. That's funny. That's the first time it's actually occurred to me that it changed. Okay, if I want to do this quest, I need to re-find Archmage Ymera so I can get my crystal back. And she's not going to be marked on my map this time, so we're going to have to actually, like... She's going to be kind of, like, over here. Because what happened is I probably left the quest area, and that's what killed my extra action button. Kind of, like, right by the road corner. There's also two spots listed for her. The other one's kind of up by the portal. I think it was up by the portal. Before I go, I want to say again, you're awesome. Shots right back at ya. Started Remix this week, been leveling through normal raids. Go back, knock out the zone quest lines. I think that's really smart. You'll get a bunch of levels and power, and it'll make it easier to do the zone quests and stuff. Anything you can do for infinite knowledge is nice as well. Oh, there we go. We found her. Anything we can do for infinite knowledge is great, because that's going to improve the amount of power you get from everything. Okay. We're so close to finishing this world quest. I just want my 2,000 rank. Any real reason to be in Heroic World Tier? There are a couple of achievements that I haven't finished yet. There's one achievement you get that gives you the blue, like the transmog set that I'm wearing, and that's for doing 100 world quests in Heroic World Tier. After that, I'm still for Greater Bronze Caches, killing empowered enemies and doing Time Warped Obelisks. It's not really all that much harder than being outside of Heroic World Tier at a certain point of gear. So I've just been kind of leaving it on by default. Ooh, that reminds me. Let's go back. Let's Noxwin's Vatcher out of here. 100 world quests sounds like a lot. They go pretty fast because a lot of them, there's a lot of world quests available at any given moment, and a lot of them are very quick and simple and straightforward things to do, which helps. There's a lot of like kill one mob world quests where you just go kill a rare that's up, and then you're dead. You're done. You're good. Well, I have 10 more minutes. Kill one mob world quests forever since their inception formed the soul. I miss them. I think they should do them again. I think we should bring those back. Wow, scrapping really does not give you that much bronze. Okay, if we have 10 minutes, we can turn in that Army of the Light Emissary real quick, actually. That won't hurt. I wouldn't mind, like, running through... Well, no, I have 8 minutes. It's rapidly diminishing. A little sad. I guess we can just do a few more world quests in the meantime. I'm doing a short stream today. We're doing 2 hours instead of 3. So I have lots of time to make sure I'm really ready and prepared for raid testing today. Nice. Army of the Light, Argosian Reach. Okay. Yeah, let's go down into Crocun. How much bronze would somebody who never played Legion need to buy everything? I think somewhere in the region of 8 mil. I think that's approximately where you're starting. I'm using an add-on called Legion Remix Helper, and it'll have a tally here that will show you. It says 6.2 mil. Maybe with the armor type compressing, maybe it's only 6 mil. And it'll show you how much you have and how much is left, and it'll also tell you which things you still need to get. That one's Legion Remix Helper. Well, this is an Army of the Light one. I don't really need to do Army of the Light rep. 12 demons doesn't sound so bad, though. Multi-phase, have no idea how many bear butts I have to gather. Makes it hate for it. That reminds me, we were driving home from our little fishing day, and something ran across the road, and I thought it was like a big black dog. And it's like, oh, someone's dog is loose. Kind of looked like a big Newfoundland dog or something like that. And then a moment goes by, and then 2 more of them follow across the road, and I realized those aren't dogs. Those are not dogs. Those are bears. They're not all napping. Very cool, yeah. Luckily, it was a ways ahead of the car. We were not in danger of hitting them. And I was glad to see that they were booking it across the street and not stopping to smell the roses, although I guess they could really startle you if they did that in front of your car. Hopefully they're smart enough to not do that. I don't know. I do think they get into trouble with cars sometimes. It's not like I've even logged into Remix. You will get lots. If you want, you could even wait until December the 9th to log into Remix, and that way you would be doing everything with whatever catch-up they have in place. I don't know what catch-up they're doing, but I expect that you would be able to start then if you wanted to and still get everything done. It seems like a really big project, but you don't have to do all of it, and a lot of it comes together faster than it sounds like it will. I should fight demons that aren't elite leagues. This is what I should do. Doing it all after the 9th would be intense? I don't think so. I don't know for a fact, but it sounds like if they're putting catch-up in, it sounds like that they're expecting some people to be starting that late. I guess it depends on what your definition of doing it all is. If you feel like you must get to limits and down 9.99, then maybe, yeah. So there is a treasure in here. Precious Ogari keepsakes. Oh, that one's locked. Right. Haven't seen any wild animals this fall. I do my 7 miles every night and nothing, not even the usual coyotes. I wanted to see elk again. Although, I don't want to see them too close to my yard. I was watching a YouTube video of a person in Alaska who had 2 bull moose fighting in their yard and just destroying their fence and deck and everything like that. And that didn't look very fun, so I don't want that with elk. But I like seeing them. They're so cool. They have such funny colored fluffy elk butts. Elk taste good. I have yet to lick one. I'm sure they taste like candy. That Remix gives me some excuses to just kind of hang out and do Legion World quests again. They're not great excuses. There's only so long I can get away with this without it just being a bad idea, but that's nice enough. Dad used to get game meat when I was a kid, but I never had a taste for it. Too irony maybe, tastes like liver. Yeah. When I used to eat meat when I was a little kid, I don't think I ever had anything like that, but I didn't really like anything. I was talking with my mom about it, and she said even when I was a little kid and I did eat meat, I didn't eat much. I didn't like it. It was hard to get me to take any of it anyway. Can't say it's something that's been calling out to me. It is fun doing lots of damage out in the world. That would have given me... I thought that was an Argosian Retrip cache, and it really did give me an Army of the Light insignia, so maybe it is random. I thought it was going to be associated, and that would have made sense. Huh. Let's go do this one and see what it gives me. We have 28k bronze left, so we can buy the last mount at least before we go. I'll do this world quest if I can, and then we'll go buy the last one before I go. If I'm just I'm trying to think. So tomorrow I'm gonna stream. I should be on normal time. I should have 3 hours, and if I really want to like play Remix and get bronze, I think maybe the Mythic Zero World Tour is the way to go. I think that's a good place to start. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Although I will need to do Antorus again, if only to get more of these items, so I can make sure I'm buying my Scythe of the Unmaker and my Taishalok and stuff. I bought my Maiden of Vigilance hammer, so I don't have to do Tomb of Sargeras. I could keep doing it, but we don't have to. Do the last 3 raids of Mythic and you'll fly it from British very fast. Have you gotten your plus 40 key for the title and the plus 49 feet of strength? I have not. I don't think I want to. I might, at the end of Legion Remix, try to solo it. Or maybe try to get into a group for it, but I'm not real fussed about it. Not really top of my list. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna go back and I'm gonna buy something. And then I'm gonna have to go for the day. Get all set for second round of raid testing. We got 3 more bosses to look at. I do not stream raid testing, but I bet you lots of people do. And we were saying 28k we can buy. Another one last mount. So that should be all the mounts from Remix for me. I don't think there's any more mounts left for me to get. Now I think I'm just into toys and transmog. 18k. Did I finish anything? Nope. Nice. Ran at 50 with Krendor. Pretty survivable with only like 200 verse. Higher verse is good. Yeah, I'm at 158%. We'll see. I'll maybe think about it like later in Remix, but like I said, I'm not too fussed either way. I think that I could probably live the rest of my life without an overwhelming amount of guilt if I skipped it. I unfortunately finished for the day. Oh, hang on. I was going to change my scene, but we have to do it that way. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll have more time. We can get even cozier. We can do some more remix stuff. I also want to find time this week to squeeze in some chetless. I want to finish that achievement. I'm getting kind of close. I appreciate your company. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.